Martin's having trouble. I've been having a little technical difficulty, so if it goes off, don't hang up. I'll just log back on. Councilor Smith.
Yes, ma'am.
We may have to add one from the floor. The tax budget. I thought we had that one on there too. Let's see. Tax, alternative tax budget. Came out of your committee, I think.
Yes, the yearly,
Right.
the reoccurring, yes.
So that'll have to be added from the floor. I'll find the ordinance number for you. Board member she told me to tell you that she's getting ready to get online, but so
I'm sorry, the phone was breaking up. Yes, we have Councilman Austin and Council Vice President on the line.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Mayor King went down and let Councilman Martin and Councilor Gowdy in.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
He'll be right back up.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Hello?
Who's on the line?
Me?
Oh, my computer keeps going in and out, so I had to move to another area.
Oh, well, we got a, let me see, we had a quorum. We got a quorum.
Okay, well, I need 1 minute to get set up here. Yes. Let's see, can you see this? Can you see the screen at all?
Yeah,
Okay. Let's see. Everybody in the waiting room. Okay, in the waiting room.
Dr. Guy, you asked who was on. This is Mary Rice. I'm on as well.
Okay, Counselor Smith, is she back on?
Yes, good afternoon, Miss Dr. Rice. I'm sorry, Dr. Rice.
Good afternoon. I'm going to mute myself for the meeting. But
Okay.
good evening to all, one and all,
Thank you
and
for joining.
blessings to one and all.
Same to
hello.
you. Dr. Guy, did you find the ordinance number?
Oh,
The ordinance number to the,
it's 20-20. Get it after you go through all the others.
okay. So are we ready?
Counselor Martin. Okay, I'm looking to see where the participants, I was having some technical difficulty on my end.
I can hear you, Dr. Guy.
Dr. Guy, did you get them situated yet? Dr. Guy,
Her computer keeps going out. So,
Dr. Guy's computer is going out.
right. We thought you went down to get them separate situated, Mayor.
I got them situated. They're waiting on her to let them into the meeting.
Okay, well, there she is. Dr.
Hello?
Guy,
Yeah,
can you let Martin into the meeting?
yeah, I did. I'm having some technical issues, so mine let's keep popping in and out. So the last I talked to him, he wanted to be excused.
They sitting downstairs waiting to be let into the meeting.
Oh, again. Oh, let's see.
Modern technology, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It looked like Dr. Guy went back out also.
Yeah, I don't know what to do, man. I mean, modern technology sometimes doesn't work like you'd want it to when you need it to. So
Absolutely. It looks like 2 first reads and 2 first reads and 1 second read.
plus we have 2 emergencies that need to be put on from the floor.
Right.
So I'm not sure how we want to address this. I try to reschedule or wait on Dr. Guy.
Her name still hasn't.
Counselor Smith on the line. I don't see. We can go ahead and try and start if you want to try to start now.
Okay, I'm here, Dr. Guy.
Okay.
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
The time is 6:49 p.m. The date is Tuesday, June 16th, 2020. The City of East Cleveland regular council meeting via Zoom is now called to order. Dr. Guy, can you call the roll, please?
If you don't have 4 people, you can't pass none of this stuff.
Oh,
If you don't have, this one thing. Everybody.
Mr. Mayor, Councilman Martin is not in there with you?
No, he downstairs in the council room waiting for Dr. Guy to let him in the meeting.
Oh.
Well, I'm letting somebody iPad. They're joining. We have 4 on the line.
We have 4 council people on the line.
Yeah, we have 4 council people.
Okay, because Martin was with Gowdy. Okay, well, as long as you got 4, we can at least entertain some of this.
Okay, I'm in.
Hello, Madam Law Director.
Hello, sorry it took so long.
No problem. Okay.
Had technical difficulties.
Call the order. Dr. Guy, can you call the roll, please?
For Austin,
Present.
Counselor Stevenson,
Present.
Counselor Martin, Is he on? Counselor Smith?
Present.
Is Counselor Gowdy on?
Dowdy is with Martin. Let me go downstairs, see if I can't get him back in.
In the meantime, we remarks of public on agenda items only. Any of our great public? Hearing none, we move on to minutes to be approved. Dr. Guy?
We have the May 5th, 2020 regular council, May 7th, 2020 personnel appointments, the May 7th contracts and property, the May 12th finance, May 19th agenda review, and the May 19th regular council.
Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the May 5th, 2020 regular council minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the May 5th, 2020 council meeting with some revisions.
Second.
Counselor Austin, you muted.
Second.
Okay, Counselor Stevenson,
Yay.
Counselor Austin,
Yay.
Counselor Smith,
Yay.
and we don't have Counselor Martin or Gowdy on the line yet.
We're trying to get them to come upstairs now, so
Okay,
guys, give it a second.
We're just going over the minutes. All right, next we have the May 7th, 2020 personnel and appointments.
I move to accept the May 7th, 2020 personnel and appointment committee meeting minutes with corrections.
Second.
Counselor Stevenson,
Yay.
Counselor Austin,
Yay.
Counselor Smith.
Yay.
Okay, the May 7th minutes are approved with revisions.
May 7th, 2020 contracts and property.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes for May 7th, contracts and property meeting minutes.
I'd like to second that motion with some recommended corrections. Or maybe you should have made the motion with the correction.
Okay, Counselor Stevenson,
Yay.
Counselor Austin,
Yay.
Counselor Smith.
Yay.
May 7th, contracts and properties is approved with corrections.
May 12th, 2020 finance.
I recommend that we accept the May 12th, 2020 Finance Committee meeting minutes.
Second.
Okay, Counselor Stevenson,
Yay.
Counselor Austin,
Yay.
Counselor Smith.
Yay.
Okay, the May 12th finance minutes are approved.
I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the May 19th, 2020 agenda review meeting minutes.
I move to accept the May 19th agenda review meeting minutes with corrections.
Second.
Counselor Austin, Counselor Stevenson,
Yay.
Counselor Austin,
Yay.
Counselor Smith.
Yay.
Okay, the May 19th minutes are approved with corrections.
And finally, the May 19, 2020 regular council meeting minutes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the May 19th regular council meeting minutes with correction.
I second.
Counselor Stevenson,
Yay.
Counselor Austin,
Yay.
Counselor Smith.
Yay.
Okay, the May 19th minutes are approved with corrections.
Thank you very much. Next, we move on to reports and announcements from Mayor Brandon L. King. Mayor King, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Council President. I was trying to call Councilman Martin. Councilman Martin is gone. I've got his voicemail. So I just want to leave. Councilman Martin, we're on the council Zoom meeting. If you had technical difficulties, you could have come upstairs. We'd have made accommodations. Okay, Council. Thank you, Council President. Try to keep this brief. We're still in the midst of the pandemic. Although the economy is opening back up, we are still abiding by a number of the rules that have been put forth by the state, by the governor and the state health, Dr. Acton, even though she resigned. So they are opening back up slowly. Number of people have been calling for block parties. No, we cannot issue you a block party permit because that is still one of the things that is restricted and not allowed. City Hall still has limited access. I was with finance today and we've gotten a number of the PPE measurements, face masks, sanitizers, as you'll see, and some thermal readers so that we can begin to open up the city. So we're shooting for the beginning of July to open back up City Hall to full capacity. Again, we do have limited access now, and it is open, so business of the city does go on. This is Councilman Martin. I'm sorry to take this during the meeting. Councilman Martin, you guys can come upstairs if you're still in the building. Okay. 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 Oh, so I'm live on the council meeting. Councilman Martin and Gowdy said that they left. Okay, so he says that they're gone. All right, take care. Thanks. Again, as part of our COVID response, we have been doing a lot of food pantries, and next week we will be doing another food pantry next Tuesday. And this comes through one of our new partners that we're working with, also the Cleveland Food Bank. I'd like to thank all of you again who've helped out, and a lot of people who've donated, including the Judge, the McGregor Foundation. We also have a new partner who's going to be helping out with Special Purpose Grant 33 is going to be actually adding supplemental money to that. More on that later. I'd like to thank all of you who were on the call last Thursday as we looked at the bids for the tow contract. And again, the bids came in, and per our purview, we threw all of the bids out. And we will be working on a more comprehensive bid packet, and we will look to put it out towards the end of summer to be rebid. City services have started. Again, be patient on the grass cutting as we're making our way around the city with our contractors. A number of lawnmowers have gone down, due to the rough terrain we're out there cutting. Some of you have noticed, and many people have called in about the new traffic control poles. They do look very nice. We are pretty proud of them. I'd like to thank council, new and old, for helping us get that through. New street signs, and again, new Welcome to East Cleveland signs. I'd like to urge council and urge anyone who's watching and may see this to fill out the census. The stats have us at about 30% right now, and a number of cities are at about 50 to 60%. We've got a lot to do. The census helps direct funds to this city so that we can provide services to the residents. So we need you to fill out the census. You can do that online. You can do that on the phone as well. We also need help with the East Cleveland Parks Plan, which is what I have here. Cuyahoga County Planning is helping us do this survey, and you can take this survey in a number of ways, online, in the mail, email. We have a drop box. They even offer it at some of the local food pantries, and at NOAA, who's a community partner, is helping us get this survey out so that residents can help us better understand what they like to see in community parks. And we have 5 or 6 parks around the city that we're looking at. So please get a hold of that, fill that out. Great news, the CSU Visioning project that we've been working on for a little under a year now, they have the rough draft to me, and we are reviewing it, and we look forward to the final draft and then the subsequent presentation in front of City Council and the community as a whole. I have to keep mentioning this because this is picking up. It's picking up steam as the weather gets warmer. More residents are coming out of their houses and finding cars and vehicles parked in places where they shouldn't be. These will be attached to those vehicles, and your vehicle will be towed. So we ask you to get your vehicle properly tagged and on the right property, because if it's on a vacant lot and you don't own that lot, it is not properly sitting there. That will conclude my presentation. Thank you for the extra time, as I had to take that phone call. If there's any questions or concerns, other than that, that concludes my report, Council President.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Next, we have receipt of communications and petitions. Dr. Guy, any? Do we have?
Just one. Now, just an email that was addressed to myself and to council as a whole from Atira James. Can you hear me?
Yes.
She's the young lady that requested the proclamation that is on the agenda for today. I'll read it, it's very short. Hi, Dr. Guy, thank you, and I appreciate your help with this. Please express my gratitude to the council members as well. I am currently out of town for the summer and will not be back until August. So she just wanted to thank you all for reading this into the record for today.
No problem, no problem. Thank you, Dr. Guy. Next, we have reports of council committees. Councilman Tim Austin.
Council President, as you know, I had a meeting scheduled for last week, but it didn't take place. I still desire to have a meeting on next Thursday. So more to follow, and I want to thank the administration for their due diligence and kind of keeping the city on task. And I did have a question about some grass cutting effort, but I see that there's some concern with some equipment, so I'm going to retain that or hold that back until later. I do plan on having a contracts and property meeting this month, if at all possible, on next Thursday. So more to follow. Again, my number is 216-338-3071. I will continue to assist the residents with whatever I can. So until the next time, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilman Austin. Councilwoman Vice President Corinne Stevenson.
Good evening. General Services and Administration Committee meetings will resume in September of 2020.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice President. I chair the finance committee. We met last Thursday. As Mr. Mayor said, we discussed the tow, which will be going back out for bids so we can get the best possible situation. Our next finance committee meeting is every second Tuesday of the month at 6:30. We also discussed the May financial report. As of right now, things are holding steady, but we will get hit hard as a result of the COVID situation. As of right now, we still are. We are still in the beginning of the year, so nothing much has changed so far. But that is why it's very, very important to please attend the next finance committee meeting and all committee meetings. Again, every second Tuesday of the month at 6:30. As of right now, via Zoom. Thank you very much. Next we have bids. Oh, I apologize. Proclamations for Miss Rosa Nell James. I don't have it in front of me to read it. Does anyone happen to have the proclamation for Miss Rosa Neal James in front of them?
Yeah. You want me to read it?
Please, please.
Okay, this is a proclamation for Rosa Nell James to be read into the record. Whereas Rosa Nell James was a longtime resident of East Cleveland for over 50 years, she resided for the majority of her life on East 125th Street. And whereas Rosa Nell James spent 84 years on this earth and is deeply loved by her family and friends, she is survived by her children, Terry James and Vernon Robinson. And whereas Rosa Nell James was a faithful member of Concord Baptist Church located at 1175 East 125th Street. And whereas Rosa Nell James was dedicated to her life, her family, friends, and especially enjoyed her grandchildren, Terrence Sutton, Delbert Love, Tierra James, and Richard Hunter. And whereas Rosa Nell James is truly missed by her loved ones and friends as she rests peacefully in heaven. And now, therefore, on behalf of City Council and Mayor Brandon L. King, we acknowledge the life of Rosa Nell James and hereby express our deepest condolences to the family and friends on her passing on September 19th, 2019. So she passed last year.
Thank you very much, Dr. Guy. Next, we have bids. Seeing no bids, we move on to legislation.
Okay,
I was just going to add that Dr. Guy, can we try to get everyone for a special meeting this week, because we are going on vacation, even though we could call special meetings over the summer, but we have 3 emergencies to consider. I want to see if we could get everyone, I guess, together as soon as possible on the Zoom.
Sure. Yeah, you let me know what day.
Well, we can shoot for, we can give it all. Can you call all the colleagues and see whatever best for them?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thursday sound like a good day.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Madam Vice President,
Yes.
how does Thursday sound coincide with your schedule?
So far, so good. It's better if it's in the morning.
Okay. We just have to contact Councilman Martin and Councilwoman Gowdy.
Okay.
All righty. Legislation, Dr. Guy, please.
Okay, this first one is a first read, ordinance number 13-20, an ordinance amending Part 13, Title 3 of the Building Code of the Codified Ordinances of East Cleveland in order to authorize certain fee changes for building permits and registration requested by Building and Housing Department and sponsored by Timothy R. Austin, Counselor at Large.
Ordinance number 13-20 is a first read. Councilman Tim Austin, you have any discussion on this?
I do. I wish that we had Mr. Leach on the line so we kind of talk about some of the issues. We didn't get to talk about the fee changes. I want to actually have a briefing or an open discussion about the changes in cost. Some of the fees made sense, and I just want him to kind of talk about the list of fees that are being changed from and to. That way we will have heard at least one time out loud so that our residents can have the same information we have. So
I'm on the line.
Okay, good. Go ahead on, sir.
Which fee are you speaking about exactly?
The ones that you want to change from this dollar figure to that dollar figure, as well as the legislation going to come on behind this ordinance.
The main thing that we're doing is just simplifying our permit process. There's a number of them to go over, but like we talked about before, if you're doing a rehab, say of a kitchen, now it's just a flat fee for the electric. Before, you would have to count say if you rehab properties, I don't know how many times you know exactly how many outlets you're gonna put in, how many switches you're gonna put in. Now, if you say you're rehabbing a property, it's one flat fee. Before, if you're doing an electric inspection, we have to pay the electrical inspector every time he goes out. So if it's multiple times that he has to go out, we lose money on that permit paying the electrical inspector because our electrical inspector is contracted. We have two electrical inspectors, Louis Danzler and Mr. Stroud, Charles Stroud. So we just frame the permit fees. So one, we don't lose money, and two, it simplifies it for the residents and the contractors when they pull the permit. As an example, if you do a roof, now instead of you telling me how much the roof is so I can adjust your permit fee, if you're doing a roof, it's this price. If you're doing 1 to 10 windows, it's this price for your permit. If it's 11, I think to 20, this is the price. So it's simplifying the entire permit process as best as possible.
So let me ask you one more question. I guess, I don't want to say on a case-by-case basis, I understand. However, the amount of increase, is it higher or lower for the person that's going to actually apply for the permit? On average.
We don't know, because as an example, people never told us what the true cost of their permit is going to be. Right now, we think it's about average. It's a little bit of a bump. So now to do a demo, it's one flat price.
Okay. All right. Well,
and that price went up. That price went up slightly.
Okay. From what to what? Do you remember?
I think with a garage now it's 125.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. The next ordinance is the one I want to talk about too, those penalties. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Thank you, Councilman Austin. Thank you, Director Leach. So we have the consensus to move ordinance number 13-20 along.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Dr. Guy, ordinance number 16-20, please. Dr. Guy?
You want me to read it?
16-20.
Because I don't think she can get in.
Oh yeah, I think she's offline again.
Yeah.
Madam Vice President, can you read ordinance number 16-20, please?
Ordinance number 16-20 is the first read. An ordinance amending Part 13, Title 11, Section 1381.03 of the Building Code of the Codified Ordinances of East Cleveland in order to update contractor registration fees, requested by Building and Housing Department and sponsored by Timothy R. Austin, Counselor at Large.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. Ordinance number 16-20 bears the name of Councilman Timothy Austin. First read. Councilman Austin, you have any remarks?
I do. This is the one I want Director Leach to come on the line and let's talk about some of the fee increases. So we kind of keep guys with the desire to work in the city of East Cleveland. Mr. Director Leach?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this one.
The normal, these fees actually are coming down a little bit, but normally if someone is caught working in the city without a permit, they get triple fees and triple fines. That's at the discretion of the department. If we go out and somebody is doing work and we say, hey, you need a permit, a lot of times if they come right in, we don't give them a fine at all. They just pay the fee, we make sure they're registered. But when we have to chase you down and keep going after you, then that's people that's stealing from the city and they need to pay.
Okay, could you talk about on record, the fee increases, say like 1 to 30 days is this number, 30 days to 90 days is this number, 1 year is this number?
I don't have the legislation in front of me. If you do and you read it, then I can make sure I explain it in detail.
Let me go grab my copy.
I have it.
So are we gonna, I don't know who said they had it, but if we're gonna read the first one, then I'll comment after each fee.
Counselor Austin, do you have it?
Yeah, I had to go back to my little stack here, but at least I got it in my little folder here.
Well, I guess it says here for garages under work started without a permit, up to 400 square feet of floor area. For each 100 square feet in excess of $400, 400 feet, a $30 change.
I thought we were talking about the legislation as far as
without a permit.
yes.
Yeah, that's what this is under. I don't. Yeah, that's what's under here.
Call myself setting it aside, and I set it aside for myself. But to make a long story short, I know there were some of the guys that talked to me about their desire to work in the city were concerned with if you do the right thing, you don't have to worry about the penalty fees. However, the graduation of those costs were excessive to some. So, oh shoot.
Actually, those fees remain close to the same. And the last fee, I've reduced it from $1,000 to $500. But like we said, if they do the right thing and they come pull a permit, they will have nothing to worry about.
It's my understanding that last fee was $1,000, right?
That's what I see
Yes,
on
the
this
last fee was
document.
1,000. We reduced that to 500, I believe 500.
No, it still says 1,000.
No, if you turn to the second page, registration fee 31 days or more after notification, $500.
Keep on going to the end. I can't find my document. I marked it up.
Ordinance 1620 is where it's changed at.
So that's why we need to kind of fight this and or discuss this in committee so I can, we can ask all the tough questions, not necessarily at the council meeting. So I will come see you and we'll make sure everything is good to go before the next council meeting. Thank you, Director Leach. That's all I have, for the president.
Thank you, Councilman Austin. Thank you, Council Vice President. Thank you, Director Leach. So we'll be moving ordinance number 16-20 right along.
Yeah.
Did Dr. Guy come back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
Hello, Dr. Guy.
Just in time.
Just in time for ordinance number 19-20.
Okay, ordinance number 19-20, second read, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract for $239,630 with OHM Advisors of 6001 Euclid Avenue, Suite 130, Cleveland, Ohio 44103, for the purpose of developing a scope and cost proposal for the engineering design, bidding award, and construction administration services for the installation of 7,795 linear feet of water line in sections determined to be in poor condition under Euclid Avenue, West Belvoir to Hastings, Superior to Forest Hill, Lee to Grasmere, and Sheldon to Hastings, pursuant to the Cleveland Division of Waters Suburban Water Main Renewal Program for the Euclid Avenue Water Line Replacement Project. Requested by Mayor Brandon L. King, sponsored by Timothy R. Austin, Councilor at Large, Ernest L. Smith, Council President, Nathaniel Martin, Councilor at Large, and Juanita Gowdy, Ward 2.
Thank you, Dr. Guy. Ordinance number 19-20 is well needed. Councilman Austin, any conversation?
No conversation is and it speaks for itself. An opportunity to get the infrastructure reset under Euclid Avenue prior to resurfacing. I sponsored this one and moved for its adoption yesterday.
Yesterday.
No, I'm saying fast as possible is my.
Oh, okay.
Soon as possible.
If Madam Vice President doesn't have any comments, we can move for the vote.
Move it.
Dr. Guy, please.
You guys get a second on that?
Motion in a second.
A second.
Madam
Oh,
Vice,
yeah, we need a second before we can move it.
right.
Who said that? Who said second? Do I need to second it?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'll second.
All right, Councilor Austin,
Yay.
Councilor Stevenson,
Yay.
Councilor Smith.
Yay.
Okay, ordinance number 19-20 has passed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I'd like to entertain any motion besides the emergency. Do we have any legislation that you all somewhat want to add from the floor today?
The
Emergency.
the legislation that was added from the floor on June 11th, you all should have received the copies of those 6 pieces of legislation along with the form that's required from the mayor's office.
Okay. So we're gonna, Dr. Guy?
I think she's
Ooh.
gone again.
Guy's gone again. Okay, she's gonna contact everyone so we can try to have a special meeting on Thursday. Next we have remarks and requests of the public. I see a couple of our great public took the time out to join us tonight. We really appreciate it. Would any of you like to make any comments or requests? Hearing none, we move on to response of council and the mayor. Mayor Brandon L. King, please.
Thank you, Council President. There's no questions or concerns of me. I have nothing more to say. Thank you, councilors, for agreeing to have an emergency or call meeting this Thursday. As you know, there are a number of emergency pieces coming at you, and one of them is for the CARES Relief Fund, and we finally were given the proper language, how to word this legislation to accept the funds. And I know we talked about this over a month ago, so I don't know, I think we forwarded you the email or the letter that came from Lisa Barno, who is the mayors and managers liaison, that it did pass the House and the Senate of Ohio. So the money is on its way. We do need to pass the legislation in order to accept it and then use it. So thank you for looking forward and having this Thursday to get this, as well as the other pieces of legislation done. So unless there's any questions or concerns, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor King. Councilman Austin?
Yes, I did see the information about the grant. And I see there was a little shortfall with the MLK floor. Will this grant be able to be used to take care of that shortfall? Mayor King?
So with the MLK floor, no, it won't. But if you can go back a couple of years when we initially had the bid out and we awarded it, and then we had that council meeting, and we went on and on and on and on and on. And you know, Nate Martin, Councilman Martin can go on, but we were all on the same page with the flooding and the need for assurance and a warranty on this floor. So this overages you see addresses that, the testing that was done, and then the subsequent product that will be put down. So we will have the warranty that we're looking for, both from the installer and from Shaw, who's the flooring material manufacturer. So that is what that's going to cover. But this money will not be used for that. But we do have that money situated. There was just a mix-up as into whether or not it needed to be in legislative form, and it actually doesn't need to be in legislative form.
Okay, because I remember that there was an allowance for a certain dollar figure over the estimate. And I don't know if this dollar figure exceeded that dollar figure that was allotted, just so I'm clear.
So this particular dollar amount represents what would be basically known as a change order.
Okay.
Right? So we do have that allotted figure that's separate, and that's in the contract. And this could be included in that. It doesn't have to be, but it's still a change order.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know if that was my phone.
Okay. All right, so if we'll talk about the change orders, and they have to come back through in some form, so we kind of know the details, so we can go forth and all be smart about that. But I do appreciate your response, so more to follow. To our residents, thank you for all you do to keep yourself safe and continue to be vigilant. And Mayor, will there be more opportunities for continued corona testing, or COVID-19 testing?
Excellent. So I had that in my notes, but I was trying to go through it so quickly, I forgot it. We are still working with Cornerstone and Genesis Reference Laboratory to bring in more testing. But as most of us know, everyone's trying to do testing now. Everyone's offering it. There are a couple different styles of testing. However, the one we did is considered the gold standard. And yes, we are trying to bring it back.
Okay. All right, so again, the residents want to know if there's any limitations to those opportunities. But I thank you for bringing that to the city. I ask that you continue to do that kind of stuff. To our residents, again, remain vigilant, and the opportunities to realize the new East Cleveland, they're here and they're right now. So if you have not already, like the mayor asked, get your census complete. And let's find the revenue stream by the number of bodies that we have to support in the city to be recognized by the federal government. And this is the way we get to do that. So to the rest of the council, thank you for all you do. And that's all I have. Thank you, Brother President.
Thank you very much, Councilman Austin and Mayor King. Madam Vice President.
I just have a request. Councilor Austin, you mentioned that you had a map. You got a map of the park with the parking lot proposal that the mayor was proposing. Can you share a copy of that map with us?
Yes.
And I had, like I already shared with some of you all, I'm concerned about this grass cutting situation. It doesn't look very good to me, from what I've seen, the way this grass is being cut. I think that we can do a better job. And maybe if we can get some more people involved in the community, that it'll come out a little better. But right now, it's interesting to me. That's all I have.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice President. Councilman Austin, you wanted, oh, that's the.
What is that? Is that the map?
That's the map right there. So
Okay.
if you would, I
Can
don't
you
know.
copy it?
I will copy it, and I'll get you a copy and share it. I don't know if Mayor King has a better copy than the one I have.
So yes, I can get our GSA or GSI lady to reprint some copies of that. I'm also holding up the other piece that the council asked for, and that is the email from Kathy Grant, who's the president of Shaw High Alumni. The all class is canceled. She says she does not believe the increase or the pay to park for VIP parking would affect the event in any way, shape, or form. And we talked to service. The service said, oh, it's no problem cleaning up anything that happens or messing up the grass, fixing the divots. So we covered all the bases on that as council requested. So I'm really happy. It's something that I got 100% of what council asked for returned to them.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And that's not the first time that you returned something.
I appreciate that.
All right. So with that being said, I want to thank my colleagues for joining, for being patient and serving the people via Zoom. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Director Leach, Madam Law Director, Mr. Finance Director, our great clerk, Dr. Guy, our great cameraman, Mr. Drew. Most importantly, I want to thank our community members, our residents, our neighbors for joining us through this situation on Zoom. I know it's definitely not easy. It's definitely something very, very different. I want to take the time out to thank the East Cleveland Police Department, with members of the East Cleveland Police Department. As you all know, through these times of the police killing of our brothers and sisters and things of that nature going on right now in the world really needed some police officers to stand up with the people. All around the world, some police officers have dropped the baton, gave hugs to the people, gave speeches from police officers to mayors to governors. So I want to commend the great members of the East Cleveland Police Department that, first of all, not only put their lives on the line every day, but to actually come out with us, grassroots community movement for the people. Want to thank the mayor and his staff for coming out, not on the sidewalk or hovering over the people, but right next to the people, walking with the people in support of George Floyd and all of our other people murdered by law enforcement. Also want to take time on, as we always do, I want to give a special thank you to the service department. I do agree that for some reason this week, the grass was looking kind of tacky. They did double back in some instances. I believe we have some new contractors. I believe they're young guys. I believe that they will get it. They will get it. I see them working hard. I believe they just new, young, and just have to learn how to work the equipment all the way. COVID-19, I just ask and pray that everyone be careful and vigilant, clean. Mr. Robinson, a 30-year resident. Mr. Robinson worked in the service department for 30 years, 50-year resident, 30 years working for the city of East Cleveland service department. Mr. Robinson passed away last week, so I'll be asking for a proclamation for Mr. Robinson. And also, I don't know how many of you remember police officer Tony Joyner that passed away a couple years ago. His nephew was in a car accident. The whole family, East Cleveland residents for life. He passed away the other day. His funeral was today, so I just want to give a shout out and a rest in peace to those gentlemen and everyone else who has lost their life in these recent times. With that, I'll say thank you. Just going over my notes, just making sure I didn't miss anything, any thank yous. With that, I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the council meeting at 7:39 p.m.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye. Second?
Aye.
You good, second?
Yes.
Aye.
All right. Have a blessed one. Stay
second.
safe.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, for your patience.
All right, take care.
Thank you,
Take
Dr.
care.
Guy. Thank you.